Good day, cramming engineers and architects. So for today, our lesson will be about statics of rigid bodies, specifically the topic on vectors. Quick review lang po about scalar and vector quantities. So scalar quantities, ano nga ulit ito? Okay, so these are quantities with magnitudes only. So example nito is mass, temperature, speed, pressure, energy, work, at marami pang iba. No? So the other type of quantity, is what we call the vector. Vectors are quantities with both magnitude and direction. So vector guys, kailangan lang parang siyang scalar but may additional na direction. For example, itong speed, kapag yung speed nilagay mo ng direction, let's say the speed is 5 meters per second and nilagay natin ng direction north, this now becomes velocity. Okay, so that is one example. This is speed. So ito lang yung kumbaga magnitude. Ito lang yung magnitude ng ating velocity is the speed. Pero kapag nilagyan na ng direction, it now becomes a vector and the quantity now becomes velocity. Okay? So ano pang other types of vector quantities? Meron tayong, kasunod nito, we have acceleration. Meron pa tayong force, momentum, tayong weight. Okay? So magkaiba yung weight sa mass. You'll soon realize that weight is actually also a force. Okay? That's just a quick review on our scalar and vector quantities. So, vector addition naman tayo. We have 3 methods, 2 of which we've already discussed, the parallelogram method and the polygon method. For the sake of review, gagawa ulit tayo ng example. Gagamitin natin yung isa dito. Kasi, these two are magkamukha lang sila. Tama ba? So, yung parallelogram method, if you have 2 vectors, so for example, I have vector A and I have vector B, ayan, so kapag kinuha natin yung resultant na tinatawag, which is yun yung magiging sum ng dalawang vectors, so ang kalalabasan niyan kapag parallelogram method is using the 2 vectors, we're going to connect or we're going to create a parallelogram for both, So, kumbaga, itong vector na red, kukopihin natin dun sa dulo. Then, we are going to get the diagonal of this parallelogram. And this will be the resultant vector that we're looking for. Okay? So, pag polygon method or tip-to-tail method, halos same lang din naman sila, but mas applicable yung polygon method or tip-to-tail method visually, when we are trying to get the resultant of multiple vectors. So for example, I have one vector, second, and a third vector. Kapag ginamit natin yung polygon method or tip-to-tail method, kailangan lang natin i-connect yung tip doon sa tail node sumunod. Okay? So, first vector, the second vector, and this is the third vector. Then, to get the resultant, kailangan lang natin idugtong yung tip nung last vector dun sa tail nung unang vector. Okay? So, this is the tip and this is the tail. We have to connect and this now becomes the resultant vector. Okay? So, basically, kapag tayo ay nag-solve gamit ang parallelogram method and tip-to-tail method, we employ the same rules lang naman that we know. Okay? So, this is the polygon method as we've discussed. And the laws that we use in order to get the resultant are the law of sines and the law of cosines. Okay? So, konting review lang yan, guys. Nevertheless, let's try an example para mas maganda yung ating recall. This is the first example. I have force as my vectors. Okay, so the problem says if this theta is 30 degrees and T is equal to 6 kilonewtons, determine the magnitude of the resultant force acting on the eye bolt and its direction measured clockwise from the positive axis. Okay, so we are given this eye bolt and merong dalawang ropes na nakatali doon sa ating bolt. And those 2 ropes are being pulled. The first one is 45 degrees south of east and has a magnitude of 8 kilonewtons, while the second is 30 degrees east of north and the force is 6 kilonewtons. So, ang pinapatanong or ang hinahanap natin, what will be the total force felt by the eyeball? Kailangan lang natin kunin yung vector sum nitong dalawang forces na to. Okay? So, how will we do that? Visually first, paano ba yun? Sir, idugtong lang po natin yung tip and tail. Okay, so tama po ba na ito yung gagawin natin? If that is the first vector and that if this is the first and this is the second vector, tama po ba na ang resultant niyan is ito? Tama po ba? Okay guys, that is wrong. Okay? So, ano yung kailangan nating gawin? Kailangan nating, parallelogram method, kailangan nating dalhin itong vector na to doon sa dulo. It's as if I have something like that. That's 8 kilonewtons and that is 45 degrees from the horizontal. Kailangan natin kunin is the tip to tail. So here to here. So that is our resultant vector. Okay? So let's analyze a little bit further and more detailed, you know? So i-retain na natin to. This is 8 kilonewtons. If this is 30 degrees, then what is this angle? Alam natin that this is perpendicular. This is 90. And this already consumed 30 degrees. Okay? So yung matitira dito is 90 minus 30. That will be 60 degrees. Okay? So this is 60 degrees. So if this is 60 degrees, okay, so kung 45 degrees yan, this is also what? This is also 45 degrees. Tama? And this will be 90 degrees if I draw that perpendicular line. So if that is 90, then therefore, this should be 30 degrees. So bakit to 45 degrees, guys? Kasi from this point, nag-drawing tayo ng vertical line, pababa. And we know that itong vector green with respect to the east is 45 degrees. Okay? And we know that this is 90 degrees. So, mabuwasan siya ng 45 degrees. So, matitira is 45 degrees. And since 45 degrees yan, and alam natin na perpendicular ito, therefore, this creates a right angle here. So, if this is 90, if that is 90 and this is 60, alam natin that the internal angle of a triangle is 180 degrees. Okay? So, matitira is minus 90 minus 60 degrees. So, matitira is what? That is 30 degrees. So, yun yung natira doon. Okay? So, therefore, we can clean this out, no? Linisin ko lang for a bit para makuha natin yung total which is, oops, sobrahan. So, in total, this is 75 degrees. Okay? And what we're trying to get is this one. So, we have the magnitude of this. We have the magnitude of this. Ang kailangan natin is yung magnitude. So, we can use what law? We have two sides and the angle in between of those two sides. So, pwede natin gamitin si cosine law to get the opposite side of the known angle. Okay, so balikan natin what is cosine law. It says R is equal to the square root of A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine gamma. Okay, so if I have, let me just redraw, if I have this, so this is the first vector, this is the second vector, and I know that this is 6 kilonewtons and this is 8 kilonewtons. I also know that this is 75 degrees and ito yung hinahanap natin na resultant. Pwede natin mahanap si resultant. I'll treat this as my A and this as my B and this as my gamma. Okay, so my R will just be equal to the square root ng A squared which is 6 kilonewton plus 8 kilonewton quantity squared yan both minus 2 times 6K 8K cosine 75. Okay, so this will be my equation. And then calculating, it will give me, so the resultant is 8669.104433 newtons. Okay? So, this is the resultant. Kailangan pa natin guys alamin kung ano yung angles na ito. Bakit? Kasi this is just the magnitude, hindi pa natin nakuha yung resultant. The resultant is a vector and therefore dapat yung vector ay may direction din siya. Tama? So, since ang nakuha pala natin is magnitude, we're not yet finished. So, paano natin kukunin yung angles na to and ito? Using sine law, which is this one, we know that from sine law, A over sine alpha is equal to B over sine beta is equal to C over sine gamma. Right? So, we now have all the sides, A, B, and C. We now have alpha. Kailangan na rin natin, si gamma. Kailangan natin kunin kahit ito lang na angle na to, which is beta, which is yung opposite ng ating side B. Kailangan lang natin to kasi ito yung magdedetermine nung direction nitong ating resultat. So, pwede natin gamitin ito. Okay, so let's write that. We have B over sine beta equal to C over sine gamma. Rewriting that, we have our B is equal to 8 kilonewtons. 8 kilonewtons over sine ng ating beta, yung ating hinahanap. This is unknown. And that is equal to C, which is itong resultant, 8669.104433 over, ito yun, di ba? 8669.10 dot dot dot. Ang opposite angle niya is ito. Okay? Anong meaning ng opposite angle? Alin yung hindi sa kanya nakadikit? Yung beta nakadikit sa kanya. This angle alpha nakadikit rin sa kanya. So, yung opposite, yung hindi nakadikit. Okay, same as dito, no? Yung beta, yung opposite sa kanya, yung hindi nakadikit in the side, which is this side. Okay? So, this is sine gamma. So, this is sine 75. This is already a constant. So, ang hinahanap natin si beta. So, how do we get beta? So, it becomes 8 kilonewtons divided by 8669.104433 times sine 75. Then we will get the arcsine of this. And this is equal to your beta. So beta is 63.04630206 degrees, or beta is approximately 63.05 degrees. Okay, so let's go back and let's draw everything that we know. So what we know is that this angle is 30 degrees and that this angle is hanggang dito sa resultat. This is the angle that we got, which is 63.05. This is 63.05 degrees. Okay? So, we know that this is 30 plus 63.05. Ibig sabihin, guys, lalagpas lang itong resultant na to by 3.05 degrees. Bakit? Ayan yan. This is the Y and this is the X-axis. Itong rope na to, let me rewrite this. This is yung ating unang vector and this is 30 degrees. Okay, tama? And we know that from this vector, papunta dun sa ating resultant, I'll write in red, this angle was, yung nakuha natin is 63.05 degrees. Okay? And kapag i-add natin tong dalawa, 30 plus 63.05, that will yield 93.05 degrees. Okay? So, itong green, this is 90 degrees. Ibig sabihin, ito ay lumagpas, itong angle na itong lagpas na to, this means that this is yung butal nito. So, 93.05 minus 90 degrees, this is 3.05 degrees. Okay, so therefore, the resultant will be 8669.1044 newtons then the angle 3.05 degrees. Then ano nga ulit yung direction nito? That is pababa, no? South of south of east. Bakit? Ito yung east eh. And pababa siya, south. So that is south of east. So this is 3.05 degrees south of east. So this is our answer. And this is only a review. Next is, sa pagkakaalam ko yung hindi pa natin na-discuss is yung rectangular components or yung ating third and most widely used technique in vector addition, which is the rectangular components. Okay, so in rectangular components, guys, ito, isang example, meron naman tayong eyeball and merong forces, merong 4 forces in total acting on the same eyeball. Okay, so ang gusto naman natin malaman is the resultant force. So kapag pinag-add natin lahat ng forces available or present in the eyeball, ano yung magiging itsura ng final force. Okay? So dito, mahirap guys gamitin natin yung unang mga techniques natin. Bakit? Kasi it will require us to use multiple times yung ating sine and cosine laws. Tama? Kasi una, for example, lang gusto muna natin kunin is si F1 and si F2. So, let's assign this is green, this is red, this is violet, and this is blue. So, ang gagawin natin kung tayo ay mag-tip to tail method is from vector 1, i-add natin si vector 2. So, magiging ganito siya. And siya ay 20 degrees. Okay, so this is 60 Newton and this is vector 2. Then, on top of that, kailangan natin kunin yung resultant vector, which is this one. And pag nakuha natin si resultant vector, saka lang naman natin ma-add sa kanya si vector 3, which is ito. So, itong vector na to in black, the R, kailangan natin i-add ulit si F3, which is 220 newtons pababa. Okay? So, kailangan ulit natin kunin yung resultant number 2. So, galing dyan, punta doon. So, that's resultant number 2. Tama? Then, after natin makuha yan, saka pa natin i-add si F4. So, sobrang matrabaho and hindi siya efficient. Masagas. Okay? So, the best way to do this is to resolve the components or to get the components of each forces along the x and the y directions, then saka lang natin kukunin yung sum ng lahat ng mga components na yun in both x and y directions. Okay? So, example muna, si F1. So, this vector, F1, may component siya in the x direction. Ibig sabihin, ito, that is yung F1x. Ibig sabihin siya yung F1 in the x direction. Okay? Then we also have F1y. Okay? Ibig sabihin guys, itong buong F1 na to, this can be decomposed into two forces. F1x and F1y. Ibig sabihin, F1 in the x direction and F1 in the y direction. Ibig sabihin guys, kapag pinag-add ko tong dalawa, F1x and F1y, using vector addition, ang magiging resultant niya is si F1. Okay? Naintindihan po ba? So, ganun lang yung kailangan natin gawin para sa lahat. Okay? So, let me break it down. No? So, I have F1 and i-break down ko yan kay F1x and kay F1y. Then, same goes for F2. Meron kang F2x, meron ka ring F2y, meron ka ring F3. So, kunin mo si F3x, si F3y, si F4, F4x, and F4y. Okay? Then, yung ating resultant x and resultant y, o yung total, no? Rx will just be the sum of lahat ng forces natin along the x. Okay? So, let me redraw this. Summation of all the x's. Okay? So, this one plus this one plus this one plus this one. And yung ating resultant in the y direction, that will be the summation of all the forces in the y direction. Okay? So pag nakuha na natin yung sum ng forces along the x and along the y directions, pwede natin makuha si resultant by getting the square of the resultant along the x and the square of the resultant along the y and getting the square root of the sum. Okay? And yung theta, pwede natin makuha gamit yung arctan no opposite, which is yung ry over our rx. Okay? So, bakit ito guys? Kasi basically, ang resultant natin dyan will look something like this. No? Example lang to. Pag pinag-add-add natin, makakuha tayo ng force along the y and makakuha rin tayo along the y and makuha rin tayo along the x. Okay? So, this is our x and this is our y. Okay? Or pwedeng ilagay ko yan dito. Same lang yung dalawa. So, this is my ry. So, to get the resultant, kailangan ko lang kunin yung vector sum nitong dalawa, which is this one. Okay? So, I get the magnitude of this r using this equation. And para makuha ko tong angle na to, no? That's just pag ginamit ko yung TOA sa aking Pythagorean theorem, we know that tan theta is equal to the opposite. Yung opposite nito is ry and yung adjacent is rx. Okay? And in order to get the angle, kunin lang natin yung arctan ng both sides ng ry over rx. Okay? So that is that formula. Let's try and make an example. First, get the components of f1. Okay, f1x will be equal to, ang f1x guys ay ito, in this direction. And to get that, i-drawing muna natin yung fx and fy no, para malaman natin that this is a right triangle. Okay? And using your Pythagorean theorem, to get this right side, kailangan mo lang is f1 times the cosine of the angle. Tama? That is, SOHCAHTOA lang yan guys. Tama? Okay, so review natin kung ano yung SOHCAHTOA. So, ibig sabihin, if I have a right triangle, SOHCAHTOA is SOHCAHTOA. Okay, review lang guys. Ibig sabihin, S is for sine, theta is equal to the opposite over hypotenuse. Okay? And dito, kapag pinag-uusapan natin yung opposite is yung, kung ito yung angle, ano yung opposite side niya? This one. Okay? So dito, ang opposite nitong angle na to is yung F1y. Okay? Dito naman, cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay? Ang adjacent guys is, meaning ng adjacent is katabi. So itong angle na to, may katabi siya na side. Ito yun. Itong nasa baba na to. Okay? Ito yung katabi. In this example, ang katabi nitong angle na to is our F1x. Okay? Cosine theta yun. Okay, so let's name this F1, ano? And this as our F1 in the y direction and this as F1 in the x direction. Okay? Para makagawa tayo ng legit na example. So, TOA means is tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Okay? Dito, sa example, ano yung opposite? That's F1y. Ang hypotenuse is F1. Tama? Dito naman, ang adjacent is F1x. Ang hypotenuse is F1. Dito naman, opposite is F1y. Ang adjacent is F1x. Okay? Same theta yan guys. Paano natin kukunin si F1x? F1x, we'll use this equation. Ibig sabihin, may F1x is equal to, ito ay i-multiply ko lang doon sa cos theta. So that is F1 times cosine theta. Okay? And to get F1y is just F1 sine theta. From here. Ito naman, dito magaling. Okay? So, ganyan lang guys kunin si f1x and si f1y kapag ang kinukuha natin is yung katabi ng angle, that is cosine, para makuha mo si yung katabi. Okay? Okay. Sulat muna natin lahat ng equations para tuloy-tuloy tayo, no? So, to get f1x, that is f1 cosine 30. Okay? So, that is 300 cosine 30. That is my f1x. My f1y will be 300, this one, sine 30. Okay? So, meron na ako f1. Okay? Get naman natin yung f2. So, this is f2. So, yung aking f2x or this one, kung mapansin nyo guys, ito yung angle natin. That is our theta, which is equal to 20 degrees. Okay, so para makuha naman natin yung x nitong f2, ang operation naman natin sa kanya is sine. Okay? So bakit? Kasi ito yung theta and yung opposite is yung ating x. Okay? Siya yung nakapahiga. Okay, so this is, again, the hypotenuse which is 160. Pero this time, it will be sine of 20 degrees. Okay? F2y naman, mapansin, ito na yung F2y. Yung F2y will be also 160 but this time cosine of 20 degrees. Okay? So huwag kayong malilito guys na itong dito x siya pero cosine, dito naman x pero sine. So bakit sir ganun? Kasi ang sinusundan natin Pythagorean theorem guys, dito nagkataon that the angle is this one, no? Ito yung angle. Andito siya ang orientation niya. And kapag opposite yung pinag-uusapan, siya yung x component, yung nakapahiga. Okay? Kaya yung sine is yung x in this case. Okay? Okay, so now we got f2. Next is to get f3. Components ni f3. Okay? So this one, nakita nyo, siya ay purely pababa. Okay? So yung f3 guys, that is purely f3y. Okay? And that will be in the, sorry, nakalimutan natin yung mga positive and negative. This will be negative 220 newtons. Okay? So bakit siya negative guys? Kasi siya ay pababa. So ang convention natin, positive kapag pataas and positive kapag pakanan. Okay? Negative tayo pag pababa is negative. Tsaka negative rin tayo pag pakaliwa. Okay? So yan yung ating mga convention. So dito sa F2 meron tayo dito mali, no? Meron tayong dapat naka-negative which is yung F2x. Kasi kung mapansin nyo, this is towards the left. F2y, paakyat pa rin siya. So this is also positive. Itong F1 natin, both positive yan kasi pataas and pakanan. Yung F3, y, pababa siya. So that is negative. And yung F3x natin will be 0. Okay? Kasi walang component nitong F3 na papunta sa kaliwa or pakanan. Purely pababa lang. Okay? So we now got our F3. So next is our F4. F4x is, ayan. Okay? So this will be pakanan, ano? And to get F4x, that will be F4 which is 200 newtons times cosine 15. Okay? So that will be positive. And yung ating F4y, that will be 200 sine 15. But this time, it will be negative. Bakit? Yung Fy natin ay pababa, guys. Yung F4y natin ay pababa. Okay, so now I got the components of all F1, F2, F3, and F4. It's now time to get the Rx. Okay, to get Rx, that's just the summation of all forces in the x direction. Okay, so let's sum it all up. Alin yun? I-highlight ko. That's 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay, so positive 300 cosine 30 minus 160 sine 20 plus 0 plus 200 cosine 15. Okay, so this is 398.2695.635. So may Rx. Ry naman, that will be the sum of our forces along Y. So lahat ng to naka-blue. So that is 300 positive sine 30 plus 160 cosine 20 minus 220 minus 200 sine 15. Okay? So this is 28.58 701.031. Okay? So that is my summation ng Fy. So kung ito-drawing ko yung aking Rx at Ry along a Cartesian plane, so this is my my positive X and my positive Y. Yung aking Rx daw is 398. So that is 398.2695 ... And yung aking Ry is positive din paakyat, no? Kasi siya ay positive. So ito, kakanan to, since positive, ito naman, since positive din, so siya paakyat. So this is, mababa lang. So this is 28.5870 ... So yung hinahanap natin is itong resultant na to. Right? So to get that resultant, that will be Rx squared plus Ry squared. And so this is 399.294252. Okay? Newtons. Kasi lahat ito ay newtons. So that is the resultant force, and the angle, this angle, theta, again, tan theta is equal to the opposite, which is Ry over Rx. Okay? So the theta will just be arctan, no, Ry, which is ito, Ry over Rx, which is this thing. So the angle is 4.10553795 sobrahan degrees. Okay? So the resultant, guys, is, ayan, to get the resultant, that's just R is equal to, let's report the answer, that is 399.2942 newtons, 4.1055 degrees. So since siya ay paakyat ng east, so that is, this is east, and papunta tayo doon, papunta tayo sa north. Okay? So that is north of east. Or minsan, pwede rin naman ang gawin natin, that is 4.1055 degrees. Ang gawin natin is ganito. I-drawing natin yung direction. Okay? Kung makapansin nyo, same yan, andun yung ating resultant in violet, ganun rin yung drawing natin dito. Ayan yung may arrow. And yung angle is with respect to the horizontal. Okay? So, pwede itong dalawa ang pag-present natin ng direction. Right? Pero syempre, of course, dapat nakalagay pa rin yung magnitude. So, that is the answer for this example. Okay? So, last is the resolution and composition of vector. So, meron tayo, actually guys, kabaligtaran lang yung ginagawa nitong vector resolution and composition. So, parang yung composition, guys, ito na yung component. Ito lang example natin na ginawa. Ang gagawin naman natin is vector resolution. So, kabaligtaran naman. Okay, so vector resolution is just getting the component of a vector in a certain axis. Okay? So, for example, ito, guys, pinaparesolve sa atin yung F1 and F2 separately. Ibig sabihin, guys, hindi sila magkasama. Hindi natin kunin yung resultant ng F1 and F2, but what we are going to do is separately, no? Huwag nyo munang isipin itong F2 when you're trying to get or when we are trying to resolve F1. So, tinatanong, resolve F1 in the U and the V axis. Okay? Ibig sabihin guys, hahanapin natin yung components nitong F1 in this direction and in this direction. Okay? Ibig sabihin, meron ako ditong F1V and meron din akong F1U. Na kapag inet ko tong dalawa, F1U and F1V, it will yield a resultant equal to F1 in the same direction. Okay? The same vector. Okay? So, unahin muna natin si F1. So, let's write what we know. I'll write this for reference. This is Y and this is X. Alamin muna natin si U and si V. So, si V is in the Y direction. So, this is also the V direction. So, si U naman, ito. It's 105 degrees from the negative Y direction. Okay? So, from this direction, negative 105. So, alam natin that this is 90 degrees and 105 minus 90 is 15. Okay, so meron kang matitira dito na 15 degrees. So, ito yung ating U direction. Ilagyan natin na for direction. So, this is 15 degrees and let's now write our vector which is F1. This F1 is 250 newtons but it is 30 degrees from the U axis. Okay? So therefore, F1 is 45 degrees from the X axis. Okay? So yeah, kailangan lang natin alamin yung components ni F1 in the V direction and in the U direction. Okay, so paano natin gagawin yon? Then assume you have the forces here. We have, let's name this as F1 pala, F1V. And we have force here, F1U. Or kung gagawin natin tip to tail method, para siyang ganyan ano. Yung F1U ilagay natin dito. This is my F1U. And let me draw again the reference x-axis. So this is for what we know that is 15 degrees. Okay, so kailangan natin alamin ito. And yan. So we now have this one. So this is 15 degrees and we know that this is 90 degrees. So in total, this angle should be, let me erase. So in total, this angle should be 105 degrees. So that is 90 plus 15 degrees. So if I were to write a triangle, ito ay vertical pa ganyan, and this is something like this. This is 105 and alam ko rin ito that is 250 newtons. Ano pa yung alam natin? I know that this is 15, this is 30, and yung matitira dito, that should be 45 degrees. Okay, so this is 45 degrees. If this is 45, that is 105, then this is kung anong matitira sa 180 degrees. So, minus 105 minus 45 degrees. So, this angle should be equal to, kung ito ay 150, this should be 30 degrees. 30 degrees. And, alam na natin yung isang side, alam na natin lahat ng angles. So, kailangan na lang natin is ito, si F1 in the U direction and F1 in the V direction. And paano natin kukunin yan? Simple, we can use our sine law. Okay? So, the sine law is just the side over, so ito, 250 newtons, the side over the sine of the opposite angle. So, sine 105, that is equal to ito, F1 in the U direction over sine of the opposite angle, which is ito, 45 degrees. And that is equal to F1 in the V direction over sine of the opposite, which is 30. So, to get F1 U, that is just 250 newtons over sine 105 times sine 45. And F1 in the V direction, same lang, 250 newton over sine 105 times sine 30. Okay? So this is 183.0127019 newtons, and this is 129.4095226 newtons. Okay? So that is it. So nakuha na natin yung dalawang vectors, component vectors ng F1 in the U and the V directions. Okay? Ibig sabihin guys, if I had, i-redraw ko to F1U. Ibig sabihin, if I had a force here in that direction and a magnitude of 183 point, ano yan? 0127 here, no? And also a force in the V direction, that force with a magnitude of 129.4095. Ibig sabihin guys, kapag itong dalawang forces na to, kinuha ko yung resultant, it will give me exactly 250 newtons in that direction. Okay? So that is resolving a vector resolution and composition. Okay? So yung second example, F2 guys, I will leave it to you as an assignment. Okay? So you can send the details. I will just post in our GC. That will be all for today's video. Thank you.